Well, the festive season is a time for joy, celebration and togetherness. However, with increased socializing and merriment comes an elevated risk of accidents and injuries. It's essential to prioritise first aid safety to ensure a happy and healthy holiday period. For our Health Matters segment this morning, we invited first aid training SA Facilitator and Assessor, Andries Chidi. Andries, thank you very, very much for coming in for what I believe is possibly one of the most important interviews we'll be doing as we close off the December year.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. So this is a time where people are celebrating, people are going out and having a good time, but it does often end in tragedy, unfortunately, and particularly when you're around water. How important is it? Well, perhaps let me ask you this. How bad is it in South Africa with drowning incidents and losing their lives?
It's so severe. It happens almost every day.
Yeah.
This time of the year of the festives, people go crazy because of fun and everything else, and we tend to forget our children around the pooling area, not just the children, but including the adult as well. Adult people do get drowned as well, but it is very critical. It happens.
Yeah.
And when it happens, we really need somebody who will be there and know exactly what to do because it is an emergency.
Yeah, it is an emergency, and the problem is that so many of us, I mean, I remember I did a medical aid course many years ago and I can't remember a single thing. And that's the problem, is that not enough of us know how to deal with these medical emergencies. How important would you say it is for at least somebody or a few times in your life to go for these medical aid courses and refresher courses?
Leanne, if you want an honest answer from me,
yeah.
I would say it must be compulsory for each and every household to have at least one first aider in the house,
yeah.
just somebody who knows what to do. Because to be honest with you, these incidents happen in our own household. They happen at work. Well, at work, it's compulsory because the Act 85 of 1993 forces companies to have first aiders on site anyway.
Yeah.
Although some, they don't even comply, but that's the key thing.
Yeah, it is. It really is. So I want to get into it straight away because I know that you're going to demonstrate a few things to
yes.
us, which I think is important, and perhaps viewers can learn from this, because even if, you remember seeing something on TV and you think, okay, let me put that in. So there are a couple of scenarios you're going to show us, which is important. Perhaps I can leave it to you to tell me what you'd like to start with. So in an event of a drowning, in choking, in all these emergencies,
True.
What do you want to show us first?
Okay, maybe let's talk about, we can take it from choking.
Okay, okay.
Remember, we must eat, and the risk of eating is choking.
Yeah.
That's where we get choking, but yes, maybe let's take it from basic choking. We can have anybody can choke, including a baby.
Yeah.
So in this case, maybe let's take the baby. Baby here, when they start crawling, they are more even dangerous because they will start picking whatever they see on the floor goes into their mouth.
Yeah.
It can be a one-rand coin or whatever thing that they can have it into their mouth. You there, I will be glad to know that maybe somebody who looks after your kids at home has a basic first aid as well, because they happen more often in our houses as well. So if this baby is choking, we normally speak about the universal sign of choking. Though in the baby's case, we cannot see it, but it depends on you and I to realize there's a problem on the baby.
Yeah.
Otherwise, on an adult patient, we can see, we call this universal sign of choking, where you need to hold on your throat. Surely you are choking.
Okay.
And by mere seeing this action, even from afar, I can see there's a problem over there.
Okay.
On the baby, it depends entirely on you and I to see that there's a problem. Maybe the baby is turning blue on the face because of lack of oxygen. See what you're seeing, any changes in this baby. Get to the baby, grab the baby nicely in this position, support both head and neck, put the baby upside down on the palm of your hand. So you're going to be doing what we call the back slaps on the baby. Okay. In between the shoulder blades, and you're going to be more going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have a look in the mouth if whatever it is visible. Okay. If nothing, we continue doing it. You carry on doing it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have a look. If still you're not successful, you can bring this baby under this position as well and do what we call the chest thrusts.
Yeah. And you've got to be very careful because, I mean, the baby, it's still developing.
Everything with the baby is very fragile.
Yes.
So you need to remember that you're working on a baby. So be very careful as well.
Okay.
But the agency here, we need to remove the obstruction.
Okay.
Okay. You can also do the chest thrust on the baby.
With your fingers, two fingers,
with your two fingers in between the nipples.
Okay.
Nice and slow. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If for some reason we can see the object.
Yeah. That was my next question. Do you not just take your finger in that mouth and pull it? I remember doing that a few times. I hope that
I'm glad you've got an idea.
Yeah.
So check in the baby's mouth. If whatever it is visible, that's the only time when we're doing what you call the finger sweep.
Yes.
So, but don't fish in the baby's mouth.
Okay.
Only if you can see the object, yes, indeed, do the finger sweep. That way, baby might start screaming, which means now airway is opened.
Okay, okay.
But now, remember, it's not always going to be successful.
Yeah.
Sometimes we can do this and still nothing happens. Before long, this baby will go into what we call cardiac arrest, which means the heart is going to stop.
So let me just pause you for 1 second, because obviously we're not going to have time to show everything, but if this is choking, are there very similar procedures used for in case of drowning? Is it a very similar thing? Turn them upside down for drowning if a baby falls in the pool to try and get them to get the water out their lungs? If not, you turn them up this way. Is it the same procedure? That's my question.
If it's water, it can be different.
Okay.
But if you turn in the baby upside down, the water is coming out.
Okay.
That's perfect.
Okay.
We want to see that.
Okay.
But sometimes the water might not just come out spontaneously.
Yeah.
As we're doing the compression on the baby, the water starts coming out because we are applying pressure over here.
Correct.
As that water comes out, stand the baby on the side to allow the water
to fall out.
To avoid aspiration.
And then finally, just you were showing me with cardiac on a baby.
Yeah.
What do we do for any cardiac problems?
Now that has failed, we failed to remove the object on the baby out of the baby's mouth. It failed to happen. Baby goes into cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
Cardiac arrest simply means the heart stopped. Here, we need to start CPR immediately onto this baby.
Okay.
Okay. Decide, yes, I will then say, Leanne, please call EMS.
Yeah.
Our normal EMS numbers, 10188, or otherwise 082911. While you're doing that, I can then easily open up the baby's mouth. I'm going to blow twice in the baby's mouth. When you're blowing, you need to cover both mouth and nose of the baby.
The nostril. So you close?
Yes. No, you're not closing the mouth.
No, you're not closing
the nose. You're covering more like this.
Okay.
On the baby.
Okay.
Okay. Nice. Also, do not full up your chest because you're going to blow this baby's lungs.
Yes.
Nice and easy. So you're going in there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Second one. Okay. Now in between the nables, you're doing chest compressions. 30 chest compressions with the 2 fingers on the baby.
Okay.
Okay. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1,
and
2,
is this each time you blow, then you have a chest compression?
Yes. After
1 breath, chest compression.
No, 2 breaths.
2 breaths.
30 chest compression. 2 breaths, 30 chest compression.
Okay.
We're doing this 5 times.
5 times.
After 5 times, you stop, you're going to reassess, which means you're going to now have to have a look if there is pulse on this baby.
Okay.
Is the baby breathing? So after 5 times, you go back. We need to check the baby's pulse. We call this the brachial pulse under the humerus bone.
Under your arm over here?
Yes.
Okay.
Check for that pulse. Also observe any breathing.
Okay.
If the pulse is back, if you can feel the pulse and the baby is breathing, it means it's successful.
All right.
Definitely I'll be excited.
So would I. Very excited. Quickly show me.
Okay.
So I said, this is the baby, and I really left time on the baby because that's
very critical for me. 100%. Yes.
I see this as a young boy and an adult, or a young
this
kid
is a young kid and an adult.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe let's quickly get on to the adult.
I'm grabbing the baby.
No problem.
I'm gonna hold the baby while we're at this. He's been through a hard time.
Oh shit, man. I love it.
So tell me about the adult.
Now, on an adult patient, once again here, One other thing, we don't know what happened to the adult.
Yeah.
So your biggest thing is to check the hazards around this patient.
Okay.
What could have led to this? Once you have cleared the hazards, you can now get to the patient. Here, you need to check for responsiveness. Is this patient responding? Come on, man, wake up. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
You check in that. Obviously, it's unresponsive. Now open up the airway. We call this a head tilt chin lift method to open up the airway. As you're doing this, observe any possible chest movement. Observe any possible chest movement and also check the carotid pulse, the pulse on the neck. So it's one movement. As you're doing this, it should take about 10 seconds. Now you know patient is unresponsive, no pulse, no breathing. I can then ask somebody to call the EMS.
Okay.
Okay. EMS is being called. I now resume once again CPR on this adult patient.
Right.
Two quick rescue breaths. Now you're blocking the nose.
Okay. Now you're only on an adult.
Only, yeah.
An adult as well as a
Child.
both. So are they the both same procedures?
Yes.
So what you're showing us for adult works for child as
Simple
well.
as that. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
But
So-
remember, on the adult, once again here, it will be 30 chest compressions.
30?
30, yeah.
And on the child,
30. But on the child here, you're using one hand.
one hand. On an adult, two
hands, yeah.
Okay.
So,
okay.
but otherwise, it will be the same scenario: 30 compressions,
30 compression.
2 ventilations,
With the nose blocked.
With the nose blocked.
Okay.
Remember, the key of blocking the nose is the fact that as you're blowing in the mouth, you don't need to air to escape through the nose.
Okay.
It will defeat the whole purpose.
I got that.
Yes.
I need one more thing from you. Very quickly, the Heimlich maneuver.
Okay. Now,
It's a saver. Someone's
100%.
choking.
Oh, yes, indeed. Now,
And you go up to them.
I agree with you right there. Yeah. Now, Heimlich maneuver here, that's relieving choking. Choking is upper airway obstruction. When that happens, it simply means we've got what we call the epiglottis right down here.
Something is blocking the
Yes,
airway.
we're supposed to direct food inside the esophagus and air in the trachea.
Okay.
If that failed to work, we choke.
Right.
So, yes, we're going to know that you are choking by merely doing the universal sign of choking, holding on your throat.
Okay. Then show us. You do very
Okay.
quickly. Show us. the
Definitely.
movement.
Get behind the patient.
Yeah.
Okay. While one leg between the patient's leg.
Right.
For support. Above the navel point over here.
Okay.
That's where you're making the fist.
Okay.
So put the fist in here and push in and up, in and out, in and out, in and out.
While we're doing this, we've got to take an ad break. Watch this while we go into an ad break. This is life-saving stuff over here.
Okay. If we're lucky, this thing can easily pop out.
Yeah.
And patient starts breathing. I would love to see that.
It would be great, but
Thank you, man.
I have to leave it there. Quick
No problem.
break. We got to see you after this. Stay with
All right,
us.
thank you so much.
So that's amazing. So you go
Yeah.
under the rib cage here.
Yeah.